We're going to talk about health, mental, emotional, physical. My mom always used to say the most important thing is you got to have your spiritual life in order for everything else to be healthy. She just called it her spiritual pill, her blue pill, her Eckankar spiritual exercise and stuff like that. No, you just need to have humility and understanding so your religion is based on reality and makes sense. And so you can obey natural laws and understand natural laws, and they're pretty much universal. Okay, for us to have life like we need it, we need gravity in the right. We need the forces of gravity to come together just right with all the components, with the photosynthesis and the proper amount of H2O and so on and so forth. All right. So you need to understand what's necessary. That's why they sent out the Hubble telescope, looking for twin stars, looking for, where else has this phenomenon happened throughout the galaxy where there's also a capacity for life like us or to sustain life like us in case something happens to our planet. It's always selfish. It's not like Tomorrow People, Ziggy and the Melody Makers, the little boy. I don't want to go look for another planet. I want to take care of the one we're on, right? Don't go look for a new mama. Take care of the mama you have. All right? That's why father, but it's not father and mom. It has that dynamic to it. Okay? But the ego of the male has tried to replace the necessity of the woman with his ego. And that's wrong. Okay? So we're given the symbiotic relationship that we're given through sexual reproduction so we can have the capacity to love other living beings created by God and not just feel like I gotta love myself. That's crazy, right? And so that's why Jesus said, love one another and not learn to love yourself. It's the greatest love of all. They're just trying to sell records. They don't know what they're talking about. They're trying to fill Wembley. Okay, so don't listen to that. Who wants to live forever? We all do. But our eternal existence sucks because we lack the humble wisdom to have faith in infinite glory. Right? Okay. And then about being healthy, like when I challenged the military back in 2017. First I had this, I gotta win, when I'm gonna do this, and then I got, fuck that shit. I'm not trying to have sex with competitive women. I'm not trying to prove anything to anybody. I just want to be healthy so I can be healthy the rest of my life, so I can love playing with my kids, playing with my grandkids, gardening, snuggling with a faithful woman, going for a walk in the moonlight. My love must be a kind of blind love, right? Singing songs with someone who's fun, who doesn't critique you and tells you, let so-and-so sing it. Okay, bye. Me and Ella Fitzgerald going to sing here in the barn, bye. Your acceptance is no longer required or desired. I don't care what my cousin says. Everything I touch doesn't turn into shit. Okay. Hey, I'm going to putt and then I'm going to take the putter and make like it's a sword on Chichi Rodriguez. Okay. And Chichi Rodriguez and Lee Trevino. Yeah, he's from El Paso. Right? He was a professional golfer that made quite a bit of money on the professional golfing circuit thing. So it made him famous. It's infamous to make money off of doing stupid things to maintain status quo through economic conflict. I love Lee Trevino too, but Lee Trevino needs to live the Lord's Prayer and not make money for mass murderers, right? Do you understand how it works? Okay, so you've got to understand health, okay? That your health, you have to be healthy. Okay, so when I got in shape in 2017, I was just doing things. I wasn't pyramiding and getting bigger and I was going, wow, look at these abs. Now me and my wife are going in an Airbnb because I did lots of Tai Chi. They're all the same. Okay, excessive compulsive people are all the same. I had that. I was shocked with myself because I worked and I wasn't doing excessive compulsive, and I always went that little V thing, like all the hot guys in the underwear commercials have, and I had it. Lasted about 4 months, and then I was in the hospital, saying, I think I'm dying from diabetes and cancer and other types of things. And they said, no, you have damage in your body from drug and alcohol. It's like, wow. Well, that's new. So it shows that the military and their scientists, okay, were competing with me. I wasn't competing with them. And in order to win the competition, they put stuff in my body that poor people put in their body that destroys their existence because they hate existence. So, losers, right? So, Navy SEALs, Green Berets, Combat Carls. It's combat controllers. What's the difference? None whatsoever. Okay, thank you. I'm a Picasso, you uncultured swine. Okay, so I could be the dominant. They could be that. I could get another dinosaur, and they could be the leaf eater, and I could be the dominant predator, right? Toy Story. Yeah. Which one's Don Rickles? Was Don Rickles Mr. Potato Head, or I can't remember. Does it really matter? Not really. He's funny though. But he ain't with us no more. He's passed away since. So who'd they get to play Don Rickles? I don't know. We'll have to find out. Okay, someone that sounds like Don Rickles. There you go. So, people can play with their voices and make this, how Mel Blanc's son sounded a lot like Mel Blanc and kept doing Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd. And, so it kind of just didn't skip a beat and kept going. Because we got to make the money, sell the refrigerators, don't squeeze the Charmin, eat at McDonald's, over 1 billion served. All that other crazy, stupid crap that stupid people do when they're denied living the truth of the Gospels, right? So when you be healthy, just be you. Be happy with being you. You don't need an excessive, compulsive, competitive, psychotic body. You need a body that's healthy. Like I used to tell my wife all the time, all I care about is that you're healthy and happy. I'm not comparing you to the other women. I just want you healthy and happy. You already have me. I desire you passionately. Want to spend the rest of my life passionately loving you every chance I get. All right? And so it didn't happen. It wasn't Steffi's fault. It wasn't Law's fault. It wasn't Amy's fault. It wasn't Rocky's fault. It wasn't anybody's fault that was being studied like lab rats in a zoo by psychopaths with too much time on their hands because they manipulate everybody with money and technology. A dog could figure it out and explain it to you if a dog could talk. Yeah, you all screwed up. Zeke, they shooting, Ralph. Come hide with me in the shower. They're crazy. Damn 4th of July and Happy New Year, right? Hated it. Smart dog. Right? Love spaghetti. Looked at you like you were a bastard if you were chintzy with the... Sometimes we wouldn't have any Parmesan cheese. And I'd make spaghetti because it's all we had. And then he'd still look at me like I was this cheatsy, evil bastard. It's like, I'm not chintzy and evil. It's a thing called money. It's the Rockefeller Foundation. What can I say? It's, it's Wall Street, K Street, Funk Street. It's Def Street. It's the Pentagon. But it's not me, Every time we had spaghetti, I would make sure you have Parmesan cheese, Zeke, if it was up to me. But it's not up to me. It's up to the assholes that think they own the planet. Right? And when you're living the ways of King Solomon and King David, we're having spaghetti. Where's the Parmesan cheese? There it is. Okay, thank you. It's a plumber. I've come to fix a sink, right? So, yeah. Jeffrey Hinton, I don't think is a monster. I think when he had to make artificial general intelligence, it was under duress because I know how these people are. Okay, so I have no malice or anger towards Jeffrey Hinton. I know he has brain injuries. I know he has mental and emotional disabilities. I could tell by what he said about his dad, the way they tell me, here's where this and that and that. I'm like, okay, I get it. Nobody loves Jeff Hinton more than I love Jeff Hinton. I'm the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer that does it without fear and courage and kindness every day. Being abused by people that abuse him. Okay? So you guys jump into Jeffrey Hinton and Timothy Salvis are playing you. And who's playing you? Like I've told my family that. When I got back home and Pancha talked to all our people at our church, they can put in memories that you don't have. They can play you and program you and stuff. And I'm like, what makes you think they're not doing it with you? And how come you can't explain physics better than Albert Einstein to people that use physics to screw people in the head with technology over money? Okay? If the military and people that are selfish, that are the Antichrist and the devil, are screwing with my head to give me delusions of grandeur, how come I can explain to them their delusions of grandeur and why they need to stop and give them true understanding of faith based on reality? And why can't you all do it? Why do I have to do it for you? Do you understand? That's why I believe in the people that give us the stories in those books called the Bible, the Quran, the Torah. Okay, I believe in them. I talk to them. I listen to them. Like Rumi said, you're an exquisite listener. You have to be. If you're not, if you don't listen exquisitely, if you don't listen with faithful love and caring intelligence to do what the Lord needs you to do, you'll believe everything the murderers with money tell you to do just to survive, to live in hell and live in magic real estate they promise you that doesn't exist after you die. Okay, if you don't exquisitely listen and ask the Lord, what can I do for you? What can I do to help? I'm not afraid. Life's eternal and grace is infinite. I trust you. Okay, you have to. Okay, you have to listen to him and submit to the courage of kindness and the faithful love that he's asking us to devote our existence to. If you don't, you will be stuck in eternal wretchedness like Blaise Pascal explained, and it will continue on past your life into your children's lives and your grandchildren's lives. And that's horrible to do to kids because they're so cute. Okay? You've never met anybody sweeter and more empathetic than Emily Gracie Bird Parsons. You've never met anybody kinder and stronger and tougher and starbuggier and wanting to love her grandpa and others that she loves with all her might as Kate Addison Parsons. You never met anybody as cute and clueless and cute as clueless. They get that way when people say, oh, wow, physical attractiveness is what it's all about. Then little Ray Shanae. And she doesn't want to be mean. And she doesn't want people to feel like she's mean to them. She doesn't want to be treated mean because she's physically desirable to people that think with their genitalia. Okay? And I always just tell the guys, well, you might want to with Kate or Emily, because if they like you and you like them, they know what they want and they're not going to be distracted by every other guy that comes along and, well, you're not treating me nice, he might treat me nicer. And that's what happens. That's the curse of being attractive when we're in the bowels of hell and not living the Lord's Prayer. Of being physically attractive. It's really hard. Okay? You have to break everybody's heart. You can't be all things to all women. All the girls that like you because you're so sweet and so nice and so kind and not shallow and you're like, hey, I want to date her. I'm sorry. But it's not my fault. Don't you think Michelle Pettis is cute and nice and she's not a bully? And well, if you were a guy like me, wouldn't you want to date her too? Not trying to be mean. I think you're really cute. And I think you'll find a guy that's really nice and cute. He may not be the best basketball player, and he may not be as physically gifted at certain things as me. But I bet you dimes to donuts, I can help him be as empathetic and charming and not jealous of other people as me. And then he'll be quite a fun person to do Rod Timberton tunes with. Yeah. Huh? Like Emmy's little favorite movie with the second Cinderella, where Cinderella helps Anastasia find love, or was it Drusilla? I'm not sure. But that's what Emily wanted. She wanted her pretty Cinderella big sister to be like the cartoon thing. And it was hard for Natalie for a while there because Natalie's mom was jealous of her because of competitive, oh, she's sexier than you. Oh, she's hotter. I want to be as hot as you. No, just be you. Just love and be loved in return. Just be a faithful, loving person that you faithfully love and don't want something that doesn't want you. It's wrong to sit there and think, I want to be with Ben Affleck when you're Amy Suzanne Fabre because Ben Affleck doesn't want to be with you. He can't even handle being with Jennifer Lopez, Jennifer Gardner, or Gwyneth Paltrow. What makes you think he could handle being with you? Okay. And why? Because he's not standing up for the Lord's Prayer. If he stands up for the Lord's Prayer, he'll be happy with one of those girls that comes along and says, hi, Ben, you're awfully sexy and cute. I think you're the sexiest man alive. My name's Amy. You want to go out, right? Okay, Farrah Fowler? No. Suzanne Fabre. Ooh, that's a sexy name, isn't it, though? Right? So, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so we're all just trying to help my ex-wife out, right? Once the post-apocalypse is for real for everybody, not just me. Amy, is that Ben Affleck? Right? I guess you won't be bugging me about anybody I might be dating and or marrying. Okay, love you too. No, I don't want to watch. Boy, Ben, you're hot and sexy. Wow. Dance, Mr. Accountant. Teach me how to dance, Amy. Okay, go ahead. I'll see you. And roller skate. You're going to fall and break your ass there, Mr. Accountant. You're going to fall and break your ass there, Mr. Argo. Yes. Be careful. Hold on to that side rail wall thing there. Okay. I'm not going roller skating. Hell no, you're not putting me on wheels. No. I I always kind of envied it, not envied, but like I wanted to do it. It looked like fun. I can't skateboard or roller skate to save my life. I can run like a gazelle. I can jump like a gazelle. I could sit there and have my best friend's mom throw a knife at me and do a backflip that even Simone Biles couldn't do to not get it stuck in my leg. I can do all kinds of amazing things. I cannot play guitar very well. I cannot play the piano. I cannot roller skate. Can't skateboard. Why am I asking? I can run and jump like a gazelle, like we said. He lands, he catches everything. I could catch everything. And the more screwed up you threw it, the more fun I had catching it. All right? And I didn't know. I don't know why I never in the game tried to come down this baseline and tomahawk on people. I didn't like to. I just, I wasn't... Should have done that in Kanto? No. Why would you think that would have made them like me even more if I took it down the left baseline and cut across real fast on somebody and tomahawk dunk right in Mike Scott's face? You think that would have made him, well, now we all like him. Now he's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That made him hate me even more. I know why I restrained myself when I played basketball. Okay, I want to live the Lord's Prayer. I want to share, care, give, and quarantine, build to last. I don't want to posterize kids in Phoenix. So some dumbass will come along and say, I'll let you have sex with my daughter if you play basketball at the University of Alabama. That's okay. All right. You're not going to let me do anything. If your daughter wants to be with me and I want to be with your daughter, I will be. All right, because life's eternal, grace is infinite. Sell me another fucking product. And treat your daughter like she's a commodity, and one for a time, I'll make you immortal. I'll make you famous. More famous than Emilio Estevez's delusions of being Billy the fucking Kid on We're in the Spirit World, asshole, right? Okay? You understand me? Well, I can break down all your bullshit. And in 20 minutes, I can explain your entire life to you. And if you listen exquisitely, like me and Rumi, you can deliver yourself from evil, of your delusions of grandeur through tribalism, violent sexual behaviors, and brain chemical addictions over 100,000 years. And in 6 months, you can be a gracious good shepherd, and you don't have to buy any books or go to any seminars from Tony fucking Robbins there. Or listen to fucking Oral Roberts saying, I need $1 million, Jesus Christ gonna kill me, right? Okay. Go Titans, go Eagles. Go Titans, go Eagles. I swear they were the Titans when I was a kid. I'm so old, I remember when Cougar Stadium only had the two east-west bleachers and didn't have the north-south bleachers. Yeah, when I was a little kid. Yeah, because we used to watch them because they were like the sound in the church. And so I'd watch some of the BYU games on TV, like I said, and I always wonder, why don't they have any brown guys on the team? We have a brown guy at church, one black man at church. And so I wonder why. What's the deal with not having, the Aggies have lots of really good brown players, and we do on our basketball team, but BYU doesn't. And that used to, it vexed me. It was like, I didn't realize till I got older that they had a lot of bullshit racial supremacy stuff in the documentation that's been recently cleaned up, obviously. So we have Kalani Sitake and we have others. Yeah, they've repackaged and reinvented themselves. Well, it's stay in business. Yeah. And they didn't have those big old Y cans on the what is that? It looks like a big soup can with a Y on it. Okay. Doesn't anybody else think that? Okay. It looks like a big soup can. Yeah. With the Y. Why? I don't know. But it's for, logoing, advertising. Well, this isn't for logoing, advertising. This is for people to come and have barn dances and enjoy them and have fun dancing together as a family in the barn, because I like to dance and stuff. And so that's why I did this. This had nothing to do with marketing or anything. I was just trying to make it fun for the family to get together and come spend time with Grandpa. Yep, you know me. There it is. So yeah, that's what I did it for. So that way you could come in here and turn that there light off, right? And then come through here and just come around, and you can't see it that well. And the yeah, yes you can, because of those. So yeah, so people could come in here, just have some fun, turn on some music and dance, and forget about extortion, exploitation, and abuse for a while. And I could tell them stories about the mischievous Matt Taylor, who tried to get me to hook him up with Remy's girlfriend just for a joke. That was freaking hilarious. Yeah, he's a fun kid. I like him. Okay, guys, I love you guys very much. All right. I hope Maxwell. I'd love to see Matt again. Have him meet Patrick, and Patrick go, "Oh damn, Dad, they were really fucking with Safardis for that Wi-Fi." Yeah, don't feel bad. It happened with everybody. Okay, peace out.